Hey everyone, welcome back to the Shadow of the Idea. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Now, what if I told you that pleasure is being used to control you? That the endless entertainment, constant distractions, and instant gratification you crave aren't just harmless fun, but a trap? Aldous Huxley warned us about this long ago. In a world where pleasure is the ultimate weapon, are you truly free? Or are you just another prisoner in the brave new world? 1. The pleasure trap: how modern society keeps you addicted. In today's world, pleasure is everywhere. We have instant access to entertainment, food, and gratification. We scroll through endless feeds, watch shows on demand, play games, and indulge in instant consumerism. But there's something we're not considering. Is all this pleasure really freedom, or is it a trap? Aldous Huxley, in his novel Brave New World, imagined a future where control wasn't exerted through violence or repression, but through pleasure. A world where people were kept in check, not by chains, but by distractions. A world where endless satisfaction kept people in a state of complacency. Huxley saw the future, and in many ways, we are living it today. Everywhere you look, pleasure is used to keep us passive, distracted, and compliant. Think about your daily routine. How many times do you reach for your phone the moment you wake up? You check notifications, scroll through social media, and suddenly an hour has passed. You've consumed a stream of content, but what have you gained? Maybe a few likes, a new meme, or a sense of connection. But in reality, your mind has been hijacked and you didn't even notice. This is the pleasure trap. It's the idea that the more we seek instant gratification, the less we're able to focus on long-term goals, personal growth, or real human connection. Our attention is being sold to the highest bidder. Every time you interact with your phone, you're giving away a piece of your attention that could be used for critical thinking, self-reflection, or building meaningful relationships. We are caught in a cycle of pleasure that has become the currency of modern society. Think about consumerism, how every product, every service is designed to make you feel good. In the short term, fast food, quick entertainment, instant rewards, they all hit the same spot in our brains, giving us a quick rush of dopamine. But dopamine, the pleasure chemical, isn't about long-term fulfillment. It's about instant, temporary satisfaction. This constant pleasure-seeking hijacks our natural ability to focus, think deeply, or question our circumstances. We become more dependent on these dopamine hits. The more we get, the more we need. It's a never-ending cycle. We are addicted, not to substances, but to experiences and gratification that keep us numb to the bigger picture. The worst part? We think we're in control. We believe we're choosing these pleasures freely. But the reality is that algorithms are doing the choosing for us. Social media platforms, entertainment companies, and marketers have carefully studied our behavior. They know exactly what keeps us hooked, and they use this knowledge to push us toward more consumption. We're not making free choices. We're being guided toward more pleasure and less meaning. This is the illusion of freedom. We think we're making decisions based on our own desires, but in fact, we are following a path laid out for us by corporations that profit from our attention. The more we consume, the less we question, and the less we challenge the status quo. Pleasure in itself isn't a bad thing, but when it becomes the sole focus of your life, when it becomes the primary means of controlling your emotions, it becomes dangerous. The more pleasure we seek, the less we focus on what really matters: deep relationships, intellectual growth, and self-discovery. Instead of living for meaningful goals, we live for the next hit, the next distraction. 3. Dopamine, control, and the illusion of freedom. We've all heard about dopamine, the chemical that makes us feel good. It's the brain's natural reward system, a force that drives us to seek pleasure. Every time you receive a like, share a post, or see a new video pop up, dopamine floods your brain, creating a sense of satisfaction. But what if I told you that this simple chemical is being used to control your life? Dopamine isn't just about pleasure. It's a tool that social media platforms, entertainment companies, and marketers use to keep you hooked. The more you scroll, the more dopamine you get, and the more you crave. It's a cycle. And the more you chase that pleasure, the more control they have over you. We're all familiar with the feeling. You're scrolling through your phone, checking your feed, and then you see it, a new notification. Instantly, your brain lights up. You check it, and if it's something you like, you feel that rush. If not, you keep scrolling, hoping for the next one. It's all about that next hit, and this isn't by accident. Dopamine doesn't just respond to things we enjoy. It responds to unpredictability too. The unpredictability of when the next like will come or when that funny video will pop up. It's why we can't stop checking. It's why we get caught in the cycle of endless scrolling. Our brains are literally conditioned to crave that next fix. This is where the illusion of freedom comes into play. We think we're in control of our actions, choosing to scroll, to watch, to consume. But in reality, we're being controlled by the very mechanisms designed to trigger our dopamine response. Every time we check our phone or engage with these platforms, we're giving up control, piece by piece. The truth is, these platforms are engineered to keep you engaged for as long as possible. They know exactly how to trigger that dopamine release, whether it's the random, unpredictable nature of notifications or the endless stream of new content. And the longer you stay engaged, the more control they have over you. It's easy to think that we're making conscious decisions, choosing to open an app or click on a video. But what if I told you those decisions are influenced by forces you don't see? These platforms study our behavior, learning what keeps us hooked, what triggers our emotional responses, and they design content to keep us coming back for more. It's a kind of brain hacking. The unpredictability of the content, the timing, the way it targets your emotions, it all adds up to a highly effective strategy to get you addicted. It's the ultimate psychological manipulation. But it doesn't stop there. As we continue down this path, we become less able to focus on anything else. The constant flood of stimuli, alerts, notifications, and entertainment wears down our ability to think critically. It numbs us. Instead of deep thinking or self-reflection, we become more focused on immediate rewards, always chasing the next hit of dopamine. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about control. By keeping you focused on these constant distractions, the people behind these platforms distract you from deeper questions about who you are, what you truly want, and how you can improve your life. So how do you break free? The first step is realizing that the game is rigged. Once you understand how dopamine is being used against you, you can begin to take back control. Start by limiting distractions. Set boundaries for when you check your phone or engage with these platforms. Focus on deeper, more meaningful activities that nourish your mind and soul. It's time to take back the power. Instead of being a passive consumer of content, you can choose to be the creator of your own story. And in doing so, you can reclaim your true freedom, freedom from the dopamine trap, and freedom to focus on what truly matters in life. 3. Escaping the pleasure prison, Huxley's warning and what you can do. The world we live in is full of distractions, pleasure traps that keep us passive and distracted. But there's a way out, a way to reclaim control over your life and your mind. Aldous Huxley warned us about a society where pleasure is the ultimate tool for control. But what Huxley didn't know was that we would have the power to escape the pleasure prison if we just chose to. To break free, the first step is awareness. Once you recognize that the constant pursuit of instant gratification is shaping your reality, you can begin to take steps toward reclaiming your freedom. The key is understanding that you are not helpless in the face of these distractions. You have the power to choose differently. One of the most powerful tools for breaking free from the pleasure trap is mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment, fully aware of your thoughts, actions, and the world around you. When we practice mindfulness, we start to realize how often we reach for our phones, how quickly we indulge in distractions. We become aware of the habitual behaviors that keep us locked in this cycle. Mindfulness is the antidote to mindless consumption. It helps us reconnect with our true selves, to engage in meaningful activities that nourish our minds and bodies, rather than constantly chasing the next distraction. But mindfulness isn't enough on its own. We need to embrace delayed gratification, the ability to wait for a deeper, more fulfilling reward rather than giving in to the immediate rush of pleasure. This could mean putting down your phone and choosing to read a book, taking a break from social media to focus on your goals, or committing to healthier habits, even when it feels difficult. Huxley's warning isn't just about escaping the distractions of modern life. It's about returning to what matters most, the ability to think deeply, to connect with others in meaningful ways, and to find fulfillment beyond the superficial pleasures that keep us complacent. One powerful way to break free from the pleasure trap is to actively seek knowledge. In a world where entertainment is designed to distract us, seeking knowledge offers a form of mental liberation. Reading books, engaging in thought-provoking discussions, and learning new skills all stimulate the mind in ways that superficial pleasures never can. Knowledge isn't just power, it's freedom. The more you feed your mind with ideas and perspectives that challenge your beliefs, the more you escape the control that pleasure has over you. It's about choosing to be an active participant in your life instead of a passive consumer of content. Another essential practice in escaping the pleasure prison is to question societal norms. We live in a world that encourages instant gratification, consumerism, and passive entertainment. But just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean it's the right choice. Questioning the status quo opens up new possibilities. It allows you to make conscious decisions about how you spend your time and what you prioritize. When you question what society tells you is important, you can begin to create your own path. You can choose to prioritize your mental, emotional, and physical well-being over short-term pleasures. Breaking free from the pleasure prison is not easy. It requires self-discipline, awareness, and a willingness to make uncomfortable choices. But the reward is profound. You regain control over your attention, your time, and your life. You no longer live on autopilot, reacting to every dopamine trigger. You live with intention, creating the life you truly want. The most important part of this journey is understanding that the pleasure trap doesn't have to control you. It's possible to break free, one step at a time. And as you do, you'll find that the true freedom Huxley warned about lies not in indulging in pleasure, but in learning how to live without it. Breaking free from the pleasure trap is a journey that requires awareness, discipline, and intention. But it's a journey worth taking. The true freedom that Huxley warned us about isn't found in the pursuit of endless distractions or fleeting pleasure. It's found in reclaiming control of our minds, choosing to live with purpose, and finding fulfillment in deeper, more meaningful ways. If you're ready to step out of the pleasure prison and take control of your life, it all starts with the decisions you make today. Choose mindfulness, embrace delayed gratification, seek knowledge, and question the status quo. This is your path to freedom. Remember, the real power is in your hands. Reclaim your attention, reclaim your life. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on more thought-provoking content like this. Your support helps this channel grow, and I truly appreciate you being part of this journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.